Hello, everyone, and welcome to HME Insights. This is our webinar series where we bring operators and managers the tools, tips, and technology insights you need to run a faster, smarter drive-through. Today's session is called Smarter Investments, Why NEXEO Pays for Itself. My name is Jean-Luc Williams. I'm a customer success advisor here at HME, and I'm going to show you how NEXEO drives revenue, cuts costs, and pays for itself in the process. By the end of the day today, I want you walking away with a clear understanding of why this platform is worth the investment. Let's get into it. So, just a little bit about me. My name is Jean-Luc Williams again, Customer Success Advisor at HME. My role is to make sure that the operators and partners we work with are getting the most out of their investment in our technology. I work closely with the brands across the QSR space, and I spend a lot of my time in the data, looking at what's working, what's not, and where communication technology is making the biggest difference in real drive-throughs with real teams every single day. Here's what we're going to be covering today. We'll start with the importance of drive-through business, understanding just how vital the lane is to your entire operation. Then we're going to build our case. That's clarity, accuracy, speed, and experience. These are the four pillars that determine whether a drive-through wins or loses every single day. And finally, we'll talk about NEXEO in the future, where this technology is going and why getting ahead of it now is the smarter play. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like in dollars with our ROI calculator. So let's get started. Before we talk about where we are, I want to show you how far we've come. Since 1983, we've pioneered drive-through communication from the COM 3000 through the wireless IQ, Odyssey IQ, Ion IQ, and EOS HD, each one raising the bar before Nexeo raised it again with HDX audio technology and the all-new ClearSound X. So that's over 40 years of drive-through expertise engineered into one platform. No one has more experience in this space than we do, and that matters when you're making an investment decision that affects your entire operation. Here's a question for you. What percentage of your QSR business runs through the drive-through? Drum roll, please. If you said 65 to 70%, you'd be correct. But I want to put that number into perspective for us because a percentage on a slide doesn't do it justice. 70% is the same proportion of the Earth's surface that is covered by water. 70%. Now, think about that. Imagine the world with no water, or even significantly less water. Every ecosystem, every food chain, every human system that depends on it changes completely. Your drive-through is that water. It's not a feature of your restaurant, it's the ecosystem your entire operation runs on. Your revenue flows through it, your guest relationships are built or broken in it, your labor, your food costs, your speed, and your satisfaction scores, all of it lives or dies in that lane. So when we talk about investing in communication technology for the drive-through, we're not talking about a headset upgrade. We're talking about protecting and optimizing the single most vital part of your business. But don't worry, guys. I know the nights are long and dark and they do seem scary, but I'm here to save the day. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to build our case for a better drive-through. So let's do that. Literally, what's our case for it? CASE stands for clarity, accuracy, speed, and experience. These are the four pillars that determine whether a drive-through wins or loses on any given day, and they are not independent of each other. They're a chain. And like any chain, it's only as strong as its weakest link. So we're going to walk through each one and show you exactly where Nexeo moves the needle and where the data proves that. I know you've heard me mention it a couple of times here today. So what exactly is ClearSound X and how does that work? So ClearSound X is HME's newest audio technology. It filters out excess noise from car engines, kitchen chaos, loud conversations, and even weather-related distractions. So every order comes through crystal clear every single time. Let's break down what's inside of this. So it has AI-based noise cancellation. This isn't passive filtering. It actively learns and adapts to the noise environment around your speaker posts, continuously eliminating interference in real time. We offer superior clarity. The result is a signal so clean that your team catches every word the first time, no straining to hear, no asking customers to repeat themselves, and no guessing. And along with our enhanced echo cancellation, which eliminates the feedback and echo that degrade audio quality in high traffic lane environments, so the conversation stays sharp from the first word to the last. The second part of clarity here is just clarity, right? So let's talk about where everything starts, and it's the foundation and why clarity is the foundation that makes all three of the other pillars possible. So in a moment, we're going to hear the difference together. On the left side is what your team and your guests hear on other systems, and on the right is Nexeo with ClearSound X. Before I play them, I want you to keep this in mind. What you're about to hear isn't just a difference in sound quality, it's the difference between an order heard right the first time and one that starts a chain reaction of waste. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, can I get a double cheeseburger, no pickles, extra onions, and can you make sure the bun is toasted?
Little grating, a little hard to understand. Now, let's hear it with NEXEO and ClearSound X.
Yeah, can I get a double cheeseburger, no pickles, extra onions, and can you make sure the bun is toasted?
And that difference right there, that's not cosmetic, that's operational. Those are real dollars being saved. Now let's talk about accuracy. This is the A in our case. Take a look at the trend line. 7 years of data from the 25th annual InTouch Insight drive-through study. The industry's best accuracy score in that entire window was 89%, which means even on our best day, we're still getting 1 in 10 orders wrong. So in 2025, we slipped back to 87%. And here's what makes that number matter more than it looks. Accuracy isn't consistent across the day. Afternoon peaks at 90%, dinner drops to 86%, and that 4 point swing tells us that when the pressure is highest and the crew is most fatigued, accuracy suffers the most. And that's exactly when communication needs to be at its best. And here's the thing about inaccuracy, it doesn't affect just one moment, it creates a chain. The wrong item gets made, someone has to remake it. That's food costs you'll never get back. The customer waits longer than they should. A team member has to stop, apologize, and fix it. And in a drive-through where every second matters, that chain reaction slows everything down. Accuracy is not just the finish line. It's the foundation, and it starts with clarity, which is why NEXEO is the first investment that pays for everything downstream. Speed, the metric that everyone measures, but not everyone understands. Here's the thing. Even if speed of service isn't your primary KPI, time is still money. And as we just covered with listening to NEXEO, when the order is heard right the first time, the entire transaction moves faster. The data backs this up. Year after year, the two biggest drivers of speed in the drive-through are speaker clarity and not making your customer repeat their order. In 2025, good speaker clarity alone made interactions 54 seconds faster. That's not needing to repeat an order, saving an additional 1 minute and 25 seconds per transaction. Did we hear that, guys? Again, it's 1 minute and 25 seconds per transaction. That's nearly 2 minutes per car, recovered simply by being heard clearly the first time. Order accuracy was 15% higher when the speaker was clear and understandable. And here's the number that ties it all together. Improving total transaction time by just 5 seconds is worth up to $9,531 per store annually. That's with 5 seconds. And what did we say earlier, right? Clarity alone made interactions 54 seconds faster. So if we're fixing the communication, right, you don't just improve your speed, you protect your revenue, you free up capacity, and you create the kind of experience that brings that guest back the next time. The last pillar, experience, and the one that makes everything else matter, because speed and accuracy don't mean anything if the guest doesn't feel it. So let's look at this chart. As the number of stations and drive-throughs increase, both friendliness scores and overall satisfaction decline. At one station, friendliness is at 94% and overall satisfaction is at 85. By three stations, friendliness drops to 90 and satisfaction falls to 75. That's a 10-point swing, not from bad staffing, not from bad food, just from adding complexity to the communication environment. So here's what that data is really telling us. When communication breaks down, your crew can't focus on hospitality. They're too busy managing noise, repeating orders, correcting mistakes, and apologizing at the window. The guest doesn't see a system problem, they see an unfriendly interaction. They feel rushed and unheard, and in today's market, where they have more options than ever and every visit is a choice, that feeling costs you their next visit. This is why clarity isn't just an operational advantage, it's an experience advantage. When ClearSound X eliminates the noise and the crew hears every order right the first time, something shifts. The interaction becomes confident instead of chaotic. The crew can breathe, focus, and actually connect with the guests at the window. That friendliness score, it's not just a personality metric, it's a communication metric, and it's one NEXEO is built to protect. The experience your guest has at the speaker post sets the tone for everything that follows, and NEXEO ensures that tone is always one you'll be proud of. Let's zoom out and talk about where the industry is heading. We have AI voice ordering, which is already here, and the data is very compelling. With AI-powered locations outperforming the study average across every major metric, service time at 3 minutes and 53 seconds versus the 4 minutes and 15-second average, speaker clarity at 98% versus 93, suggestive selling at 71 versus 58. But here's the one area that still needs attention. Order repeat rate at AI locations is 34% compared to a 22% study average. That's a 12-point gap, and it points directly to audio comprehension. AI ordering doesn't eliminate the need for exceptional audio infrastructure, it raises the stakes for it. Nexeo with ClearSound X is precisely the solution to that gap. When your speaker system eliminates ambient noise and delivers every word with AI-powered clarity, that repeat order rate comes down. The AI can hear and be heard. Voice AI on Nexeo will handle the upsell automatically at the right moment, removing those burdens from your team and giving you full control to track, monitor, and optimize every interaction. The technology is ready, the foundation has to be ready too, and that's exactly what Nexeo delivers. We've built our case, but Nexeo offers more than just best-in-class audio experience. When you invest in Nexeo, you're not just buying audio clarity and a headset system. You're buying a full operational platform that features the features we're about to cover are the things that make Nexeo run your drive-through smarter, not just sound better. Each feature was designed with one question in mind. What does the operator actually need to run a faster, more consistent, and profitable operation? The answer is built into the platform. Remote management and troubleshooting. Downtime's expensive. Nexio's remote troubleshooting resolves them over the phone, getting your team back on track faster and keeping service costs down. At-a-glance system health allows Nexio's real-time diagnostics to give you full visibility into loop and network health, so your team is already ahead of issues before they affect service. Text and Connect. Text and Connect will send messages directly from the cloud to Nexeo headsets instantly or on a schedule and without interrupting the drive-through. Your team gets the right information when it matters most. Perfect for shift reminders, announcements, limited time offer launches, and coaching moments. Crew Chat connects every position in real time. Order taker, kitchen window, parking lot, and that way handoffs are cleaner, problems are getting solved faster, and the crew stays in sync all shift long. Voice over IP coming soon, right? And what this does is it routes calls directly into the headset, so no call goes unanswered, no missed calls, no guest or vendor left on hold. Nitro Timer integration, which allows integration with our Zoom Nitro Timer system, delivers real-time alerts directly into your manager's headsets so they can act on what's happening now, not what happened an hour ago. Voice commands go hands-free, which instantly connects to a drive-through customer, changing lanes, adjusting headset settings, and more. So we've talked about industry data, percentages, and proven outcomes, and all of that matters. But what matters most is what that number looks like for you in your stores at your volume. So now let's put some real numbers behind it. This is the Nexeo with Clear Sound X ROI calculator. I'm going to demonstrate how your regional HME sales representative can build your number together in real time. They'll just need a few inputs from you, your daily car count, average ticket size, peak hours per day, monthly wrong order cost. And the calculator also factors in throughput gain, crew retention improvement. And when we're done, you'll have an estimated annual ROI that's specific to your operation, and they can export it to PDF to share with you. So as we see here on the screen, you'll fill in a couple of they'll ask you a couple of questions and we'll fill in a couple of the blanks here. Customer brand or name, contact name, where we are, and who's preparing that. They'll ask you what your daily car count is. You know, we are a little slower of a restaurant here, so we're doing about 100 cars a day, and we have a smaller ticket size of around, let's say, $8 a ticket. All right, we'll have two peak hours a day, and we'll operate 365 days a year. But additional peak cars in our hours, we'll say we get two more cars or so per peak hour, and we are saving 5 seconds per transaction. Our monthly wrong order cost, since again, we're a smaller store, it's not going to be as much. Say it's about $1,000. Our crew is a lot smaller as well. We have about 5 people on staff, and they really love us though, so they're going to stick around more often than not. So we're going to say that they're at 40%. You guys almost caught me doing bad math there. Okay, so then the cost to replace that employee, we'll keep that low as well. $2,000 with a retention improvement of 15% as well. And if you see here in the blue box, guys, it gives us our estimated annual ROI. With our throughput revenue gain, we're getting $11,680 a year in extra cars per ticket, $840 savings in order error costs, $600 savings in crew retention, and 3,200 in speed efficiency value for a total of $16,000, $364 on the year. And that's just for my tiny mom and pop store right now. We're not doing anything too crazy, but we are saving a lot of money by switching over to NEXEO with ClearSound X. And this is something, again, that is available to you guys as well. All you have to do is reach out to your HME um, regional sales representative, and they'll be able to go through this with you. And they can do this for one store or 40 stores. It doesn't matter how many you have, but we do want to show you the value of switching. We've seen what NEXEO ClearSound X delivers, right? I do want to address something that's directly relevant for many of you. The wireless IQ reached end of service in 2024. The Ion IQ reached end of service in December of 2025, and EOS reaches end of service in June of 2028. So what that means practically is that support, parts, and serviceability for these systems have a firm deadline. And every service call or replacement part you're spending on legacy hardware today is money that stays in your pocket the moment you upgrade. So if you're on any of these systems, the question isn't whether you'll need to upgrade. The real question is whether you control the timing or the timing controls you. You've seen the ROI. You've seen the data. The upgrade to NEXEO ClearSound X doesn't just protect you from end of service risk, it actively pays for itself in speed, accuracy, and guest experience gains. The smartest time to make this move is now, while you can plan it strategically rather than reactively. That's our case. Clarity of ClearSound X drives accuracy. Accuracy enables speed. Speed and clarity together protect the customer experience, and the experience is what keeps guests coming back, especially in a market where every car matters more than it ever has. Nexeo is not just the headset, it's the communication infrastructure your drive-through runs on, and with ClearSound X, it pays for itself. So now we'll go over some of the questions that have been asked about this. Do we need to retrain our entire crew when we switch to Nexeo? The learning curve is minimal with Nexeo. Nexeo has been designed to be intuitive, and ClearSound X will work passively in the background, so your team will just hear better. Most crews are comfortable with the system within the first shift or two, and HME provides training resources to make that transition smooth. If you guys operate in a noisy environment, will Nexeo still perform? That's actually the environment ClearSound X was built for, right? AI-based noise cancellation will actively filter out the car engine's kitchen chaos, weather, and ambient noise, so the conversation stays clean and clear regardless of conditions. So essentially, the noisier the environment, the more value ClearSound X is actually going to be delivering for us. If your EOS is still running fine, why should you upgrade to Nexeo? Well, in short, guys, just because it's still working doesn't mean it's working to its full potential, right? Those are two completely different things. Beyond the June 2028 end of service date, Nexeo with ClearSound X is going to give you that AI-powered audio clarity that the EOS simply wasn't designed to deliver. The drive-through has gotten more demanding, and Nexeo is built for where the industry is today, and the ROI calculator that we just saw is based on a conservative estimate. So I would actually implore you to reach out to your HME regional sales representative and let them run some of those numbers with you so you can actually see why upgrading to Nexeo is more beneficial. Once the Nexeo is in, what are operators actually saying that they're seeing? So the first thing that comes up in is satisfaction scores. We've had operators who have changed nothing else. Same team, same manager, same location, swapped out the audio platform and immediately saw a difference. Fewer complaints, fewer remakes, less of that awkward window moment where the order is wrong. When the guest feels heard the first time, everything else follows. And of course, guys, we're easy to reach after today. Please just give us a call at 1-800-848-4468 or send us an email at support@hme.com. And if you're looking to order any accessories, you can go to store.hme.com and that'll have everything you need as well. Please, please, we beg you, don't be a stranger. Today's just the start of a conversation we really want to keep going with you. So once again, everybody, my name is Jean-Luc Williams, Customer Success Advisor here. I want to thank you all for your time today. HME has been serving this QSR industry for over 40 years, and every generation of technology we've built has had one goal, and that's to make the drive-through work better for your team and your guests. Nexeo with ClearSound X is that commitment, updated for where the industry is today and where it's going tomorrow. Every order heard right the first time. We look forward to working with you, and thank you so much.